Let's take a look at how we can integrate 3D models or effects into our footage using a shadow catcher. So this kind of intro shot was made possible by a new tool from Keentools called GeoTracker. It is a geometry tracker that works directly inside of Houdini, and you can also use it to create a 3D camera. And that is what we use to get this track here for this shot. So they have decided to sponsor this video. So Keentools, if you go to keentools.io, you can go to GeoTracker for Houdini. It is an awesome new plugin for Houdini. It works directly inside of it. It is going to, like I said, track a geo, or you can also use it to resolve a camera. It is currently in open beta, so go ahead and download it through the link in the description. But like I said, you can use it to track geometry. You can also use it to track a camera, and you can do everything directly inside of Houdini. So there's lots of really awesome things that make this super easy to do inside of Houdini, and just a bunch of different videos on their channel as well, or their website to get you started. And it works extremely well, and it's pretty quick for working with footage and getting stuff tracked as well. So definitely go ahead and check that out. The link, like I said, will be in the description. So let's go ahead and jump back into Houdini here. And what we've got is, like I said, this camera that has been tracked, and I've got this kind of geometry here that I would like to integrate into our scene. I've also got this ground plane here that I've just kind of added some undulations and stuff to get a little bit better look to our final render. But ultimately, it is just a ground plane here. And we want to actually have our object casting the shadows onto our plane there. So I already have this, has this set up with the Keentools, the GeoTracker. So if you come into your camera, you can select your background sequence in order to have this kind of display in your viewport here. So I'm going to go ahead and let's hop into Karma XPU, and we'll see what we got to start off with. I'm going to press D and just get rid of that grid as well. So we've got our object in our scene here, and we've got this ground plane here with no real material on it, which we don't actually need because we're going to just be using the shadows for this. So in order to get our shadows on this, there is actually a Karma shadow catcher. I'm gonna go ahead and just place that down here. And then in this shadow catcher, we need to go to our backplate geo, or our ground plane here, and we need to just set that as the primitives. And then if I go ahead and start to render here, you can see that our ground plane has disappeared, but we don't have any shadows yet. And the reason for that is we need to enable another setting on our actual render up here. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn this off. And let's come to our Karma render settings. If you come to the image output, we have this shadow catcher. And actually, if you look at this, it actually says this: enable holdout shadows to beauty on the Karma render settings node to render shadows into the alpha channel. Which once we check this on, we can go ahead and fire our render back up. And now we actually have our shadows being placed into our scene. So it's a pretty easy setup here in order to get this into your scene. You don't really need to do anything else in order to get this to render into your shadows. And then you can go into comp, and you can add in your comp stuff in order to get the image composited onto, or your shadows composited into your image, make them all kind of match the shadows in your scene and everything. So it's a pretty easy setup. Just make sure that you have this, and we can dial this back, this holdout shadow alpha. If I want to just change the opacity there, we can change that around. If we want to just disable that completely, like I said, that's going to get rid of those shadows from the beauty there. So let's just leave those on, and then we can render this disk, and then we'll have our shadows there rendered onto our scene. So if we render this to our mplay, if we look here, it's actually going to not have the background baked into our scene here. So we will need to adjust some things in order for that to actually work. So if we take a look at here, give it just a second, you can see that we don't have our background plate in here. It is actually going to render our shadows here into the alpha. So that does work, but it doesn't actually just bake this directly into our scene. So if we want to do that, we need to do a couple of things. We need to drop down a background plate lop. We'll set our holdout primitives to our ground plane. And then I'm just going to copy from our camera up here. Just gonna copy that path. And we need to take that and put that into our slot for our plate. And then the one other thing that we need to do is drop down a render settings edit node. And I'm going to drag in our render settings in here. And we're going to scroll down in the Karma section down to this image tab. And then we're going to take this use background. We're going to set that to set or create, and we'll just set that to on. And if I go ahead and click render to mplay now, give this a second to load on up. We'll see it start to render with XPU because that's what I have it set with. And what we're going to get is basically the same thing. So we're not seeing any of our background plate in here. And the reason for that is it seems like that is limited to just CPU. So I'm going to go ahead and just check that over to CPU. Let's go ahead and try to render once again. And then once this starts to load up, we should see this actually displaying with our back plate in our actual render with our shadows baked into it as well. So we are going to see a little bit of a difference in the colors because this is not going to have anything applied to it. The background doesn't have anything applied to it as far as your color settings are concerned. So it's not being like pre-processed or anything like that. So that's why you're seeing a difference in the viewport versus what we see here. But we do see that we have this now being integrated into our scene with our shadows being cast onto our backplate with this all actually in render. So you could render this to disk like this if you wanted to, but if you want to render it with just the alpha and everything so that you can do some compositing stuff later, then you're going to want to use that shadow catcher there. So anyways, hopefully this has helped you out. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys go check out the GeoTools by Keentools. Thank you again for them for sponsoring this video, GeoTracker from Keentools. It is an open beta currently, so make sure you check that out. You can download it and play around with it and see how it all works inside of Houdini and take advantage of that while it is in that open beta period. Anyways, thank you guys for watching and have a good day.